And the president is not the only politician that's been accused of Russian collusion by liberal lawmakers. Now, it's the British Prime Minister who's feeling the heat just weeks ahead of a snap general election. Here's One America's Kristian Rouz.
The mainstream media continues attempts to revive the failed Russia hoax, designating as a Russian agent none other than British Prime Minister Boris Johnson. A series of reports Thursday claim that Johnson cabinet has withheld an intelligence report detailing alleged Russian meddling in the Brexit vote back in 2016. The report claims Russian accounts posted 24,000 posts on Twitter at the time, and anti-Brexit MPs are blasting Johnson for his push to deliver Brexit.
Mr. Speaker, the Intelligence and Security Committee of Parliament, of which I'm the chair, has been investigating the threat posed to this country by Russia. We've produced a report in light of the forthcoming election, and it's really unacceptable for the Prime Minister to sit on it.
The reports come ahead of a UK general election on December the 12th that will decide the fate of Britain's separation from the EU. Latest surveys find Johnson's Conservatives and the Brexit party of Nigel Farage are likely to win, and the Labour opposition may use the Russia narrative to hurt the Prime Minister's chances at the polls. Meanwhile, US Congress questioned Johnson's alleged ties to Russia, which former Special Counsel Robert Mueller said are not a reality.
MSM has extensive contacts with Western governments and the FBI. For example, there is a recent photo of him standing next to Boris Johnson, the new Prime Minister of Great Britain. Comey says MSM is a Russian agent. You do not. So do you stand by what's in the report?
I'd stand by that which is in the report.
Brexit supporters say back in 2016 the divorce referendum was the biggest news story in the world, and accounts from across the world, not just Russia, tweeted about it. Additionally, it remains unclear if the Russian accounts in question were involved in inauthentic behavior. But some say the latest attack against Johnson may also be targeting President Trump.
No, I think he's dealing very well. Everything I see is what... Look, I watch it very closely. He's a friend of mine. I tend to watch friends closer than enemies, but the enemies you have to watch in a different way.
This is not the first time Boris is accused of questionable Russian ties. In the past, the Prime Minister made a clear distinction between the Kremlin and the Russian people, something that particularly irritated the left, who seek to portray all Russians as Kremlin affiliates.
And it's so sad. I wanted things to go better in our relations with Russia.
Our quarrel is not with the Russian people. We hold out the hand of friendship to the Russian people. They are not ringed with enemies.
Additionally, Johnson's Russian name and ancestry were picked up by mainstream media to back up their claims, after a minor confusion that took place in September.
I returned from a very quick visit to London where I met with Prime Minister Boris Johnson.
Meanwhile, some MPs say the government is reviewing the report that mostly focuses on money laundering and corruption of top Kremlin allies in the UK, but refers to alleged Russian influence on Brexit as claims. Number 10 has yet to comment on the matter before Parliament is dissolved on November the 5th. Kristian Rouz, One American News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.